All muscle guys, wanted to show you what I came across. I've been waiting for one of these for quite some time actually. I'll get into a couple of the things that happened to it on the way here. I had a transport company that brought it to me. We had a little issue on it, but anyways, let me tell you what it is first. This is a 96. This is a 1996 C4 Corvette, and it is a 6-speed manual. The 6-speed manual cars in 96 got the LT4 motor and also the Dana 44 rear axle. This particular car has a tick over 50,000 miles on it, 50,000 and a half or something like that. Anyways, let me show you around the rest of the car, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be doing with it. The car is a salvage piece. Yep, there it is. There's the damage here that caused it to become a salvage. What happened was the car got rear-ended. It's obvious to me that it got rear-ended, and then a small fire took place in this rear corner section here, and then it either put itself out or it just got put out pretty quickly, because I didn't see any type of extinguishing. You know, usually with the fire extinguisher you see all the stuff from the fire extinguisher, but I didn't see any of that, so I think it just kind of extinguished itself. Anyways, it had a Corsa exhaust setup on it, real nice setup on there. The chrome Vette wheels, pretty nice. Let me open up and see if it's open. Show you the interior here. It's actually really nice on the inside compared to other Corvettes C4s that I had. These interiors on these cars were just not good, and they had a ton of issues. The weather stripping on these cars was not good. A ton of issues there. Had a lot of interior components that just didn't hold up. AC vents, center consoles, the center console lid. This one happens to be pretty fresh. A lot of the door components, none of that stuff really held up. But because this car is such a low mileage vehicle, a lot of these parts are pretty good, or really good actually. So anyways, the vehicle was bought at auction. I bought it through an auction. What happened was the transport truck had put this on the trailer, and it had it facing away in the opposite direction that he was going, and these hoods here latch up and they open basically backwards. So what he did is he forgot to latch the hood, and this hood basically did a full flop, and it went right over and destroyed this hood. I mean, it literally destroyed this hood. And you get a close look at it. The fiberglass is shredded here all the way to here, and these are the mounting points are just right underneath here. Did the same thing on this side. You see the round black area here. Well, initially I thought the Corvette symbol came and hit it here, but that wouldn't make that type of impression. It would actually be the other way. So what really happened is this part of the symbol hit right here. So you can imagine how open and how nasty that hood flipped. And then also, I don't know if you can see, but if you could follow my finger here, there's like a line in the paint, and it comes all the way back to this area here. I don't know if you can see that. Well, that is the impression it made on the line of the front bumper there. Anyways, this car is going to be used for parts. Here, help me open up this hood. It's got the LT4 motor in it, and again, it's only got a tick over 50,000 miles on it. And that's the car that I'm going to be building. That's another vehicle that I've had, and like I said, I've been waiting for one of these to come up with the LT4 motor, and it just doesn't happen often. These cars are pretty much all LT1s or just automatics. Hold that open. Got it? 90% of them are automatics. I might be exaggerating there, but at least 70% are automatics. You got the 6-speed ZF manual trans in there. Again, this is a 50,000 mile car. I'm pretty proud of this car actually. And when that hood showed up like that, I had the transport company had no choice but to reimburse me some money on it. I'm still not too happy about it, but you know, it is what it is. The car is a salvage piece, but I mean, that hood was impeccable. Anyways, this is one of the cars that I've had for a while, and I just don't have it running. Actually, this is the only car that I have that does not run, besides my El Camino project that I have there. But that's a whole different story. That's on the back burner. I'll probably finish that when I'm 50. But anyways, this is my 96. This is another 96. This is an LT4 car, original LT4 car. It had the ZF manual trans, but it had been butchered. I mean, this car had been butchered, and it's seen a lot of abuse. If you go back, I'll put a link in my videos. I'll show you what this car used to look like. I put a new rear bumper on it. I'm gonna have to replace both of these quarters because some mad scientist went crazy on this car. And like I said, I'll put a link back in the description on this vehicle, so show you how it used to look. I'm gonna use the wheels off the other car. I'm gonna use the engine and trans off the other car, and then a lot of the interior components. The interior on this one's not too bad as far as the seats and door panels and whatnot. But the center console's thrashed, and a couple other pieces on the door and miscellaneous here and there items are pretty bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace probably the majority of the interior on that vehicle from the other. This was a 84,000 mile car. It was a 96, again with the LT4 and the Dana 44 axle in the rear. This is the engine bay. One of the worst engines that I've ever taken apart internally came right out of this car. And again, this was due to a faulty rebuild that somebody did. And you know, at 80,000 you shouldn't have needed a rebuild, but a bad driver, you know, and a faulty rebuild, and basically that's the recipe for the worst internal component motor that I had ever seen. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and proceed with this build. That's gonna be my next project. I'm gonna get this car running. I just finished getting my Cobra running. I put an engine in there. I'm gonna do a video on that to do a wrap up. I did a couple videos already on it, but I'm gonna do a final on that one and show you how she runs. I'm waiting for an exhaust system on it, so once I get that, I'll wrap that up. But this is what I've got going on so far, and right now, ooh, look at that trailer over there. What's on the trailer, guys? Some people actually asked me about my trailer. Wanted to know how it's holding up. It's holding up damn fine. Damn good trailer. I'll give you a little glimpse of what's on the trailer. See if you could tell me what it is. I'll do a video on that as soon as I get to it. Just picked that up 2 days ago, so